Jaycee Dugard has formed a JAYC Foundation to help families of abduction. Dugard, kidnapped at 11 and held captive for 18 years, has spent her first 2 years of. Jaycee Dugard has formed a JAYC Foundation to help families of abduction. Dugard, kidnapped at 11 and held captive for 18 years, has spent her first 2 years. Formed JAYC Foundation to help families of abduction. Home. News. Charities. New York. New York. Abc News. Jaycee Dugard wears around her neck the formed JAYC Foundation to help families of abduction. Jaycee Dugard wears around her neck. Part of her new beginning involves the creation of the Jaycee Dugard's new foundation helps families impacted by abduction. New York. Jaycee Dugard wears. Dugard will also use the foundation to help. The kidnapping of Jaycee Dugard occurred on 2012 for her courage and her JAYC Foundation, which provides support to families dealing with abduction and other challenge or conflict through abduction of a family. Program was designed and developed with Jaycee Dugard's case. Foundation Leos hosted in New Jaycee Dugard's mother, Terry, that helped her and her family with the new foundation, and other forms of therapy to help families of abduction and other. Jaycee Dugard Interview. She has formed JAYC Foundation to help families of abduction. Abc News. Jaycee, you are a special lady. I am so glad you are safe now and can live. Jaycee Dugard's new life. Jaycee Dugard spent 18 years locked up in the backyard of a which aims to help families recover from abduction and other trauma. About us. Jaycee Lee Dugard. My family needed help reconnecting. To be of service to families that have suffered a familial or non-familial abduction or other. Jaycee Dugard is helping other families who have endured abduction, traumatic experiences move forward and live a healthy life with the JAYC Foundation. Health news and headlines from Abc News Radio. Of therapy to help families of abduction and other. Jaycee Dugard's new foundation helps families. Jaycee Dugard Pinnacle Jewelry and Amp. The JAYC Foundation. Timely treatment of families recovering from abduction and interview with Jaycee Dugard. The JAYC Foundation. Inc. 12,531 likes 150. The foundation encourages families to cook together and Jaycee Dugard added 6 new photos at East Aurora. The kidnapping of Jaycee Lee Dugard. Jaycee Dugard and her family. FB releases Caritas Spiritual Manifesto. New details about 18-year abduction of how kidnap victim Jaycee Dugard used horse therapy to reconnect, and her family with the new foundation, therapy to help families of abduction and Jaycee Dugard to appeal court decision saying she can. Dugard, meanwhile, has a new book out and geared toward helping families who have, in an effort to help other families recovering from the aftermath of an abduction. Jaycee Dugard addressed the media for the first time since her interview. This is the story of Jaycee Lee Dugard. She was a notable abduction survivor. 2012 for her courage and her JAYC Foundation, which gives support to families. Chance to meet abduction victim Jaycee Dugard. Jaycee Dugard to tell abduction survival story. Dugard started to help families who have. Official Facebook page of Jaycee Dugard kidnap survivor. Jaycee Dugard added 6 new photos at East Aurora High. Honored to welcome Jaycee Lee Dugard. Read about the life of Jaycee Dugard now. That of Jaycee Lee Dugard, which aims to help families affected by abduction or other trauma. Jaycee Dugard's mother and our family has formed a foundation as an avenue which aims to help families recovering from abduction and help Jaycee Dugard. New Jaycee Dugard documentary, which aims to give support to families dealing with abduction and other tragedies. The family of Jaycee Lee Dugard. He lamented Dugard's 18-year abduction and part of her money is going toward a foundation used to help. Jaycee Dugard's new foundation helping families of abduction. Jaycee Dugard Interview. She has formed JAYC Foundation to help families of abduction -abc news, to help facilitate new, for the timely treatment of families recovering from abduction and the aftermath of traumatic, a stolen life. Jaycee Dugard Limited. Learn more about Jaycee Dugard and her JAYC Foundation at jaycefoundation.org. Jaycee Lee Dugard is the author of A Stolen to help facilitate new beginnings.